ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So our today's topic is dealing with the uncontrolled mind. I don't know how many of you have this problem of uncontrolled mind. Maybe few of you, but still you should have, we all should have understanding that how to, deal with uncontrolled mind. First of all, what is mind? Why the mind has become uncontrolled, and then how to deal with it. So what is mind? Mind is, if I have to speak in a way, mind is a foreign entity. Mind has no connection with me. Even though it is my mind, but in real sense it has no connection with it. It's like a liability for us, it's like a burden for us. We have been given mind. Mind is a material object, and we are spiritual. We are at a higher pedestal, and a mind is much lower pedestal. But still, mind is able to control us. Amazing. It's like a peon or a security guard is able to control the chairman of the company. Imagine, mind is material. We are completely spiritual. But he is able to control. It is able to control. Why? Two reasons. We are allowing mind to control us very happily, knowing that mind is our real troublemaker. We think mind is troubleshooter. We have assumed mind as a troubleshooter when it is a real troublemaker. Why we are allowing mind to control us? Because of ignorance. We are all ignorant. Sleeping souls. Anyone who is awakened, any soul who is awakened, will never allow the mind to control him. It is because we are in a sleeping stage. Not only sleeping, unconscious. When we say sleeping, it's almost unconscious. What we see in the dream, some beautiful dream. Sometimes we see horrible dreams, terrifying dreams, but otherwise we see good dreams. So what is that? We are allowing mind. Mind comes We are standing on the bus stop, and mind comes with his, Ferrari car, red shining Ferrari car, and mind says, "Come, sit," and we sit, and then takes us wherever mind wants. That's exactly given in Bhagavatam. Manorathena sati davato bahi. Manorathena, on the chariot of mind. So, in modern context, it's a car. So we sit on that and we allow mind to control us. Second is it's a punishment, or rather, let's not talk negative words as they say. For our reformation, punishment is actually for reformation, but nowadays when we say punishment, people say, why are you using negative words? Everyone, see, there is negativity, there is positivity, and there is reality. I was just talking to someone, and the person said, Prabhuji, yesterday 4,000 people died because of COVID. So what shall I say? Don't talk negative. But that's the reality, which is beyond positivity and negativity. Reality exists. It is. Even if you say, they say a half filled glass, you say half filled or half empty. But the reality is it is half filled and it is half empty. Both. It's not about negative, positive. This is again another cheating of mind. So mind has been given to us, or we are entangled for our own reformation. And mind sticks to false identity of ours. So this is again ignorance. So why mind is foreign entity? That's the first thing we know. It has no connection with soul or me. It's like a material entity, and I'm a spiritual entity. No relation. It's like oil and water can never mix. Oil and water can never mix. But we are allowing the mind to control us. There's one reason. Another, mind has been given to us or is able to control for our own reformation. Now, everyone has a mind. At least everyone present here has a mind. Even the ghosts have mind. Yeah, someone may not have a gross body, but has a subtle body, and subtle body has mind, intelligence, and false identity. This is very important. False ego. Ego means identity. Generally, we say, oh, this person has a lot of ego, egoistic, egoism. Ego means identity. And that is why we say false ego, because of the false identity. So that's one thing. Everyone has a mind. And everyone's mind, at least, very few, barring very, very, very few, everyone's mind in this world is uncontrolled. What do you mean by uncontrolled? Is mind crazy? Mind, uncontrolled mind means mind is not controlled by me. Let's take an example. You are driving a car, or you are sitting in a car. You are a passenger, and this is a driver. Driver is driving the car, and he's taking left or right or going straight with the help of a steering. A steering wheel is there, and that steering wheel controls 4 wheels. So actually it is the passenger who gave instruction to the director, take a left, to the driver, and the driver actually turns the steering wheel towards the left. And due to that, all the four wheels, they also take turn and they go. Now, what is this system? In this entire vehicle, wheels are nothing but our senses. We have 10 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, 5 working senses. In school, we only know 5 senses: eyes, nose, mouth, ears, skin. They are called knowledge acquiring senses because through them you acquire knowledge. You can see something, like you're able to see, there are 2, 3 colors here. Eyes is giving you knowledge. What you are hearing from me, ears is giving you knowledge. When you touch anything, whether water is warm or cold, then you realize with the touch. So it's again giving you knowledge. When you taste something, again it is giving you knowledge. And when you smell something, you acquire or you gain some knowledge. So they are called knowledge acquiring senses. There are working senses: hands, legs, mouth to speak. Speaking is another function. Eating is one function, so that is knowledge acquiring, and speaking is another function, which is working sense. And then we have anus and rectum. So 5 working senses. So we have total 10 senses. But most of the time when we say senses, that means knowledge acquiring senses. So these wheels are like these senses. And the steering wheel is mind. It's called mind. Now, who's controlling the steering wheel? The driver. Driver is called intelligence, and passenger, that's you, that's soul. Soul is sitting, desiring. So you desire, I want to take a left. So it goes, the signal is given to intelligence. And intelligence says take a left. Let's add some twist in this story. Let's add some twist. You tell driver, take a left. And driver is also, they're trying to move the steering wheel towards left, but vehicle is going towards right. Can you imagine the situation? That person will meet accident. You show a left indicator and supposed to turn left, but you turn right. Sometimes it happens. There are people. What happens? It leads to chaos. Not only in your life, but in others' life who are around you. Everywhere it's chaos. Why? Intelligence. You gave the instruction to intelligence. Intelligence is trying to give instruction to the mind. Mind is not listening. The steering is not listening. So you are given an indicator towards the left. You're supposed to take left. So the vehicles which are moving straight, they will move. And the vehicles which are going right, they will go right. Now instead of going left, you go right. So the vehicle which is coming, you will have a collision with that vehicle. So it's a chaos. There'll be accidents, there'll be few cars, hitting each other. And it will take hours to clean up that area. So that's exactly what happens in our own life. When our mind is not controlled, we are in a mess. We create chaos in our life, in the lives of people around us, maybe family members, maybe friends, maybe colleagues. And similarly, they also create chaos when we are affected. So how this chaos factor is multiplying. Imagine there's a crossroad, and from all the sides, lots of vehicles are coming. And no steering is going in a proper direction. Instead of taking left, you take right. Instead of going straight, you take a left. Instead of taking a right, you go straight, and chaos everywhere from all the sides. You know? And nobody is bothered to follow signal. Nobody is following signal. Imagine a situation. You have your own chaos. Others who are besides you and behind you, they are adding chaos. People coming from the opposite side is bringing chaos. People coming from right and left are adding chaos. What is the situation of your life? That's the kind of life we are living. And all of you, please pat your back that you're still alive and you're still going on. Hats off to you. With so much of chaos, we're still going on. It's like, the movies, no? Like movies called Mission Impossible and Fast and Furious. How it's so much speed, 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 and so much chaos. Enemies are shooting from that side, this side, everywhere. Enemies are coming from the sky, from the ground, everywhere, and still you're going on. That's why I said pat your backs. Congratulations. With so much of chaos in your life and others' life is still going on. But somewhere we are leaving a trail. And all the chaos, when the chaos becomes so big, it reflects. COVID is one of the things. Chaos. Does it happen with us? Yes. So how to control? Imagine a situation, forget about this, that's staring in. Now imagine a situation, everyone is coming. Evening, 6 o'clock, Mumbai, unlocked, completely unlocked. Now, if Mumbai is completely unlocked, then this chaos won't happen. Because, cars here in Mumbai, they just crawl. Maza nahi aayega, that example. Let us take example somewhere else. To a city where there is the cars are speeding up. Mumbai hardly, somewhere maybe. Now imagine a situation, you're about to approach a crossroad and your driver who's sitting just faints. BP low, he has fainted in the front seat. What will happen? What will happen to us? You are not able to reach to steering. Steering is on its own. It can go left, it can go right, it can go straight, the car can halt there. Or if the driver has put his foot on the accelerator, then it will accelerate. Now imagine everyone like that. Scary, na? The thought itself is scary. But we are living life like that. So what has happened in this situation? Who is suffering? All the passengers are suffering. Drivers are unconscious. Passengers in every vehicle are suffering. Some passengers are babies, some passengers are small kids, some passengers are young, boys and girls, some passengers are adults, some passengers are elderly people. Everyone is suffering. Doesn't matter whether you are 6 months old or 60 years old. In this situation, everyone will suffer. And life will, appear very miserable. And that's what is exactly happening with us. Most of the people somehow are going ahead with some hope. Some people, they cannot cope up with the pressure. They take intoxications, they get into drugs, they get into, try to go away from the reality, continuously watching one after the other movies, sports, play, running, jog, trying to run away from the situation. And some people, weak hearted, very unfortunately, they commit suicide. That's their situation. It's unfortunate. We have to save those souls. Every one of us who have got human birth, it's very rare. Human birth is adruvam, is temporary. Is durlabham, it's very rare. It's rare, it's temporary, but it is arthadam. It is very meaningful. So even though it is rare, we have finally received it. We should be happy that we have received this human birth. Yesterday I was walking in the night. I was going to station to catch my train. And I had this trolley, trolley bag with me with the wheels. And road was not good, so I was just pulling. And I saw it was almost like late in the night. A quiet street, and dogs are sleeping. Some here, some here, trying to get some sleep. As soon as the sound reaches their ear that someone is coming, they wake up. One by one, everyone wakes up. What kind of unfortunate life they have. Again, someone will come. Again, someone will come. People will keep passing on to the street, even after half an hour, 15 minutes, even if one comes. What kind of sleep they have? Sleep is very important. They're not able to sleep. They're in fear. So we should be very happy. We are fortunate that finally this rare human birth we have received. But unfortunate is that we are not utilizing it. We're not realizing it will go away. Why? Because it is adruvam. It's not permanent. It's temporary for 60 years, 70 years, 80 years. And now it is because of COVID or many other things. No guarantee. Then it is arthadam. Very, very interesting. It's a good news. It's arthadam. Artha means money, technically. Artha means value. So this human birth increases the value, or it gives some value. It adds some value. Value addition happens. Most of you working in corporates, you know the value addition. Adds value for the soul. And this is only human birth when we can control our mind. And make the mind go in proper direction. I don't know how many of you know, I heard in my childhood, these local pistols, they call it katta. And in India, you get katta. Very cheap. Local people use it either for their safety or, some plunderers, local plunderers, they use it. What is specialty of that? It's very cheap, but rather what's the dangerous part of that? You have it. You're trying to shoot other person. But sometime, because it's local, it's just some local pipe they take. It's not like the revolver or the rifle. Some very local metal they use. and because of the pressure, it just gets blasted there only. The bullet is not going to enemy, it will just explode there, and your hand will be hurt, and you may also die. Huh? Never try that. I mean, you don't. God forbid you don't have. If you have to try anything like that, that's the situation of a mind. This mind has to be used to earn something, to add some value, but it backfires. Mind always backfires on us, cheats us. So there's the situation. Now, how to control it? I wanted to elaborately explain you how does mind functions so that we understand. So human birth is one birth where we can utilize and control the mind. How the mind has to be controlled? Again, coming back to the old example, the driver has fainted. His sugar level has gone down. So what you should do? You can't drive the car. You have to wake the driver up. How will you do this? His sugar level has gone down. Immediately take some sweet if you have. Anything sweet. Open the mouth of driver and insert. Make him drink some water. Immediately his glucose level will shot up. It will shoot up. If not, otherwise, then you can use some injection or something to shoot up the glucose level, and he'll be all right. So that means we have to help the driver, and driver will in turn take the control over the steering wheel, and steering wheel are anyways controlling the wheels. So our mind is anyways controlling the senses. So rather than taking control of senses and not controlling the mind, it's not a very intelligent thing to do. Many people, they teach about meditation. Oh, you're trying to control your senses, but your mind is completely uncontrolled, and that is why all these meditations fail. I was talking in the train, one person was saying, my family members, they every 3 months they have some Ramayana part. After every 3 months, they have Ramayana part one day, 24 hours, everyone is sitting. I said, what happens after 24 hours is more important. What is the result? Oh, they are same. So then what is the change? Okay, good. They heard Ramayana. They meditated on Lord Ram, Mother Sita for some time. Okay, good. But there should be change. Change cannot come because mind is not controlled. So if you try to control the senses through artificial meditation, it will not work because mind is not controlled. So even if you control the senses, again it will go wild. Again, because mind is controller of the senses, natural controller of the senses. Mind is the leader of senses. So let us try to control the mind. Give mind the direction so that it can go in proper direction. And that has to be done by intelligence. That is why intelligence is the decision maker. Mind will only give the option. You go to market, you want to buy a t-shirt. So yellow t-shirt, green t-shirt, red, blue, pink, whatever colors. You see so many colors we have. So whatever color you want, who will give the option? Mind. But then intelligence will say, no, wait a minute. This t-shirt I am buying so that I can wear this to office, because Friday is smart casuals. This word smart casual. Casual means people will wear anything. So you have to add smart casual so that people they look decent. They look civilized. So then you have to wear office. So then this thought process is coming from intelligence. Okay. Now you selected, okay, these two, three colors. Now the range. How much money? And then you see the tag, the amount written. 4,000 rupees. 4,000? My salary is only 12,000 per month. If I wear the t-shirt of 4,000, how will I pay EMI of my mobile phone? Because 12,000 means he's a youngster. He has to pay mobile phone EMI. I know one boy, his monthly salary is 8,000. But when iPhone 10 was launched, it was 85,000 rupees. He purchased it on EMI. So for him, the first chunk of money goes to repaying the EMI. Otherwise, bank will come and take away his heart. His half-eaten apple, or apple which is already eaten. One bite is taken up. So dear to his heart, his life and soul, and that Apple phone is taken away. So he has to pay a 4,000 rupees t-shirt. No, mind will say no, it's good. Take three and give entire salary. But intelligence, no, I have to eat, I have to pay rent. My roommates will kick me out otherwise. So who is taking this decision? It's intelligence. Now imagine if the intelligence is weak and mind is strong, you will end up paying, you will end up purchasing maybe two or three t-shirts again on EMI. This EMI is the greatest enemy of human civilization. It's the greatest enemy after mind. Actually, it's a weapon of mind to destroy us. Everything is on EMI. Everything. You purchase car, you purchase a house, mobile, you use credit card, whatever you purchase that again can be translated into EMIs. You want to go for a marriage, okay, I don't know whether marriage EMI. If your house is on EMI, if you don't pay, they will take away your house. If your marriage is on EMI, what, they will take away your husband or they'll take away your wife? Maybe some will opt for it. No, it's good. Anyways, that was on a lighter side. So who, if mind is strong and intelligence is weak, you will end up paying again EMIs, further EMIs. If intelligence is strong, then it will control the mind. No, two t-shirts within 1500. That's my range. Let's go to other shop. No need to wear brand. No, but this branded t-shirt, when you have this tag, wow, people will say, wow, what is the use? What is the use? Half, not half, 99% of the world is crazy. That what people will say, that's important. You have to show the clothes, but what is happening inside the cloth? Inside your pant, there's a pocket which has a bill. Nobody sees that. And then mind will say, but if you take the branded stuff, it will last long. I don't want. After 6 months, my salary will increase. I'll again come and buy. As of now, two t-shirts, 1,500 is the budget. 750, 750. That's all. If I can save something on that, that's well and good. Sometimes we take that firm decisions. That's intelligence. That means now intelligence has controlled the mind and not the other way around. It's very important. So now you have to feed to intelligence so that intelligence becomes stout and strong and can control the mind every time. How do we feed intelligence? We have the food for intelligence is knowledge. Sessions like this, but these are based on Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So reading Bhagavad Gita, trying to understand what is the real knowledge, that's important. Today I had a very interesting conversation. I don't have much time to discuss, but very interesting with few people in the train. I was discussing. So I'll just tell you one incident. There was a boy, graduated. He has been selected by Emirates Airlines, and he has to go. He's from Banaras. He's to go to Goa. He's going to Goa. He has to go to Goa. Take any city. Basically, he has to go away and come to Bombay, and then his mother is crying. And don't go away. But Emirates is saying, I cannot shift the entire training institute to your hometown for 45 days. And this fellow is getting salary in this situation of COVID, where airline business, all of you know what is the situation. They're paying him 1.5 lakh rupees per month. Now, what decision he should take? Should he go home? Should he go home because mother is afflicted emotionally? Or should he go for job? And job is confirmed. 45 days training, and then he's out there on the field. Even training, while training, he's earning. So here comes the intelligence and mind. If his intelligence is weak, then he'll go home. He'll leave that job. He'll try to find some other job. 30, 35,000, 40,000 job he'll get nearby so that he can stay at home. That's one intelligence. That's also intelligence. That's material intelligence because it's dealing with material matter. When it comes to life, spiritual. So we need spiritual intelligence. And spiritual intelligence needs spiritual food. And this is the food. This is the food. So when we give food to intelligence, the intelligence becomes stronger, and then we can control the mind. All over the world, there are so many techniques being spoken, being written, being publicized to control the mind and senses. Nothing is working. Why? Because people are using wrong ways. How can you control the senses without controlling the mind? How can you control the mind without making the intelligence strong? So these artificial yogic techniques, so-called yoga, that's not called yoga. The meaning of yoga means connection with the Supreme Lord. That's the meaning of yoga. Sanskrit translated into English. So that's not how you control the senses. People are controlling senses. They're not able to. They're trying. Rather, that's building up more frustration. I'm trying, I'm not able to control. That's adding to frustration. Then you have some technique, control your mind. Actually, you cannot control your mind. You can only strengthen the intelligence. Let intelligence do the work. That is the right way. And that's how many people in the past have achieved success. And whoever will apply will achieve success. That's what Lord Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita. By the weapon of knowledge, you destroy the ignorance of mind. So knowledge is very important. So this knowledge goes to intelligence, and intelligence will control the mind. Mind is anyways controlling the senses. And you are a free bird. Enjoy. That's how life is supposed to be. Happy. We're supposed to be happy, but we're not happy. Now, even after giving intelligence the glucose, the knowledge, there is no determination. Okay, I have knowledge many a times. Dhritarashtra, famous character of Mahabharata, he told to Akrura, I know. I know what is dharma. I know what is adharma. I know what is right, what is wrong. I understand that. My sons are doing wrong. I know that. Pandavas are right. I know that. But my heart is weak. Weakness of heart. Hridaya Dorbalyam. Krishna is telling to Arjuna also. You have become weak at your heart. You know that you have to fight and you have to win. You're still not fighting. The weakness of heart. When you know what is right, what is wrong, still you do wrong. That's called weakness of heart, which is another major disease spread all over the world. People don't realize also. So that means now we need determination also. We have knowledge, we need we need determination also. And determination also comes by mind and practice of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant this mantra, it will give you determination. Read Bhagavad Gita, it will give you knowledge, what is right, what is wrong. See, combination of both, and your life will go at a better pace in the best direction with all the happiness you want in life. Gradually, it will happen gradually because you just started the practice or you are about to start the practice. In practice itself, mind will now try to remember this, try to understand this. You have not controlled mind from many births. Mind has controlled you, and now you want to control the mind. Do you think mind will allow you to control? No. So when you will try to chant, when you will try to read Bhagavad Gita, mind will again distract you and take you away from that. So you have to be very firm, resolute in your decision. Whatever may happen, kick the mind on its face, but don't listen to it. Don't listen to the mind. So mind will not allow you. Mind will tell you, "Arey, this fellow is telling anything. Okay, you heard for 1 hour, now finish. That's all. You wasted your life for 1 hour. You're wasting every week. That's okay. But do you not have to practice?" The mind will tell you. Mind will give you so many different varieties of excuses. That you have to be firm, determined. Then you can achieve the goal of ultimate happiness, unlimited happiness. So mind will not allow you to control, you have to help. You have to be very firm. So what we saw today is mind as a foreign entity. हमारे सगे वाला नहीं है. Mind has no relation with us. Then mind is controlling us because we are allowing, and it's a reformation act. And we cannot control the mind. Uncontrolled mind leads to a lot of chaos in our life, our mind. Then there are so many minds in our home. There are so many minds in our friend circle. So many minds in the job at the workplace. And everyone is adding chaos to your mind, and you are adding to their mind. Everyone is complete chaos. Then what to do? Mind is the natural controller of senses, so don't try to control the senses. Try to control the mind, but you cannot. Whether the right way to control the mind is through giving input or giving strength to intelligence by reading Bhagavad Gita, by hearing such sessions, by hearing Bhagavad Gita. Abhyasena tu kante vairagya chakriyate. Even after that, you have to practice, 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 practice. And vairag, renunciation. What is practice and what is renunciation? Krishna explains. Practice means whatever you heard, you practice it. You chant your rounds, you read Bhagavad Gita. Practice, continue practicing. Renunciation, don't listen to the mind. Don't listen to the mind, especially when you're practicing that. Tell your mind, can't you wait? Just wait for half an hour. Let me finish this. Mind will not allow, but you have to be firm. Kick the mind again and again, again and again. Sometimes people, they punch the boxing bags, punching bags, they call it punching bags, they punch. You have to punch the mind again and again, again and again, again and again. It will take time. And that is how you will be able to control the mind. You will go in a proper direction. Everyone, even if others are having chaos in their life, if you are peaceful, you can still sail on. No problem. So we stop here. If any one of you has, any one of you have any question, you can ask, and we'll try to discuss. Question answer is more important than the session, because then whatever I have said and whatever you have taken, that has to be consolidated. That has to be clarified. So yes, if you have any question, please ask.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We thank Prabhuji for the wonderful session and I request you all, if you have any questions, you can raise your hands or send me questions on the chat box. Please keep your questions short and related to the topic. The question which has come in the chat, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have controlled mind due to my uncontrolled mind due to my past bad karmas and guilt. How to overcome it?
See, everyone has some past karmas, bad karmas, worst karmas, guilt. Every one of us have. We have done some real nonsense in the past, in this life, in the previous life. Whatever has happened has happened. And let us start fresh, new, and become firm. Don't count in whatever has happened. It may happen again while practice. It's not that you started when you started walking, when you started learning the bicycle, when you started learning the bike or the car, you didn't attain perfection in one go. It takes time. You practice it again and again, again and again. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. And learn from the child. How a child, few months old, is trying to learn to walk, fails hundreds of times, but still he's so determined. He's not discouraged. So we should learn from the child how to be encouraged. So past will come and hound us, but still we move on. We might meet some accident. That does not mean that we stop learning the bicycle or the bike or the car or walking. We still move on. Okay. Next.
Next question is determination virtue of intelligence or mind?
Determination is not virtue of intelligence or mind. It's virtue of a soul. Mind is also determined, intelligence also is determined, and soul is also determined. Mind is determined never to listen to you. Whatever you say, mind is determined. But then determination of mind is going against me. So I have to make intelligence determined. But there are many people whose intelligence is determined, but in a negative direction. So that intelligence is contaminated. It is strong and it's contaminated. You have, suppose, same example. You are sitting as a passenger and the driver is very stout and strong, but driver takes you to other direction. Driver is actually kidnapping you, hijacking you. So what is the use of that driver? So intelligence contaminated by material motivations is also not good. That kind of determined intelligence has no value. It will still harm us. So we need an intelligence who's determined but controlled by scriptures, Vedic scriptures. The direction should come from Krishna, from the Supreme Lord. So that determination we have to show, we have to exhibit. So determination is actually it's connected to everyone. But we have to see determination is spiritualized determination of the intelligence. So intelligence has to be spiritualized. Then proper direction, proper decision will be there. Next.
How to make mind sharp? I am suffering from forgetfulness.
Don't worry about that. Mind is already very sharp. Actually, we don't forget anything. Let me give you one example. This is my mind or brain, whatever you say. There is, this is the knowledge. It's coming and it's placed here. Okay? So that stays with you. Where is the memory problem? It stays with you. So there's no memory problem. Memory problem is when your mind is not controlled, which is the case. Now you are trying. Someone is trying to give you knowledge, but your mind is not stable. It goes down. Memory problem. It's not the memory problem. It is not memory problem. It is the problem that mind is not stable while taking that information. There are so many things. There are so many Bollywood songs you might be, remembering. So many Bollywood songs you would have heard in your childhood. How those pieces of information are still fresh in your memory. There's so many things which happened like, years ago, but you still remember them. Because when you were acquiring that knowledge, your mind was stable and just grabbed it. So it's not the memory problem. Mind has to be stable while taking the information. How to make mind stable? Through intelligence. Powerful, spiritualized intelligence. Next.
How do we understand intelligence when taking material decisions?
See, don't try to understand intelligence. Again, intelligence also is a foreign thing. Intelligence is to be trained. So let us train our intelligence. How Arjuna's intelligence was trained by Krishna, Krishna is ready to train our intelligence through same Bhagavad Gita. So once the intelligence is trained, there is no material, no spiritual. Same. For a devotee, doesn't matter. If you are a devotee, whatever decision you take related to it may appear material, but actually it is spiritual decisions. Because your intelligence is now spiritualized. The consciousness is now become spiritualized. So focus on training the intelligence with spiritual substance. That's more important. That's the takeaway for today's session. One takeaway, if you want to, go home with, is train your intelligence from Bhagavad Gita. That's all. Simple. Next.
How celibacy helps in mind control?
How celibacy helps in mind control? You see, a substance called semen is kept very secretively in the body, and that has a value. It can function. It can increase the power of brain. It can increase the intelligence. It can keep you in proper direction. So everything will add to controlling the mind. So that is why celibacy will help to control the mind. Because the most important substance of your body is not going out of the body, it stays retained. And that adds value. It's like quality. It's the quality. You take milk, transform into a curd, churn the curd, and then you will see there will be butter and the buttermilk. Actually, buttermilk has no butter. I don't know why it's called buttermilk. It has no butter because butter is taken out. Now it's just simply water. The valuable substance, yeah, it has own value, but valuable substance is butter, which is taken out. So similarly, if you retain the substance in your body, then there's value. Otherwise, the body gets diluted. There's no substance. So that is why it helps. Next.
Apart from chanting and reading Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, whether practicing yoga is also required to control the mind?
Yes. So Krishna says, Arjuna, you should become a yogi. But what kind of yogi? Yoginam api sarvesham madgater antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamomataha. The best yogi, yoginam api sarvesham. Arjuna become the best yogi. And what is that best yogi? Who will always think about me. So when you're chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you're reading Bhagavad Gita, you are actually practicing the best yoga system in the entire creation. Best yoga system. You don't have to worry about anything else. So that is the yoga system. You don't have to do any other yoga. Not needed. Next.
Questions in the chat are completed. If anybody wants to ask question, then raise their hands.
There's one question which came directly, how to practice increasing intelligence. Same, you have to give knowledge. The intelligence will increase if you give knowledge. Okay, another question. Ram Hari bro, you should reply to this question. Can we get the recording of this session, as I really wish to share this with friends and family?
Yes, we have the video on the YouTube, and you can get the link. And I'm putting the link in the chat box as well.
You can all see here, there is live on YouTube mentioned. So it's also going on live on YouTube, streaming. Okay, so we stop here, and you will chant or read. Reading is done for today.